Most viewers don't realize how difficult it is to do a video, especially when you're doing something on a workbench like right here. And I've been trying out different camera angles, and usually I have one overhead, and yesterday I did one where the camera was right here. So I'm trying it over here on this side, and I'm using the opposite end of my old cell phone. This is my Galaxy S8, which takes pretty good videos, and I've been doing most of my videos with those. And this is the Galaxy S3. This is an older one, and that's all I use it for right now, is just to take videos and some B-roll and some pictures. So it's just a matter of trying to get the right angle so you keep everybody happy and don't get your hands in the way. I'm doing this one right here. This is one that I did about 7 months ago on the feeder wires, and I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to add a few more on there showing different techniques of soldering on the rail. I'm going to solder on the inside of the rail too, and I'm going to take one, I have a piece of re-railer, and I'm going to solder on the rail joiner on the bottom. I had a question from a viewer about soldering on easy track, and this is probably the easiest way to show them how to do it, just to solder something on the bottom of the rail joiner right there. So it's not an easy task, and it takes a long time to set things up, and it takes a long time to video it, because when you're actually doing it, that's all you have to worry about. But when you're doing the video, you have to worry about, is the camera in the right place, or are you going to get to see it? And a lot of times these things, and the problem with the cell phones is they keep trying to focus. So a lot of times you'll be doing something and you'll move your hand out of the way, and it'll try to focus on something else. And a lot of times when you'll be out of focus on what you want your video to be focused on. So, sometimes that's a big problem. But I have a Sony NEX5. I think it's an NEX5 or NEX3. But anyway, I have a DSLR, but that is even more complicated to use because I have to do it on an SD card, and there is no external microphone other than the Sony one that you put on the hot shoe. And I have to use an external microphone like this lav mic here and plug it into my laptop. And so those are just extra steps that I have to do if I want to use the DSLR. But with the DSLR, I can adjust it so I have a manual focus, so I have it focused in one position. But the only problem with that is I can't mount it up here without doing all kind of configurations of trying to get my tripod or something else up there to mount the camera in that position so I can get a good shot on it. So, that's the problems you go through when you're doing a video like this. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. There's these goggles right here, and when I'm over top of something, I'm like right here trying to do something. Say I'm trying to solder something right here. I'd be right over top of it looking at it with my goggles, and if I had an overhead camera, my head would be in the way. Right here is a view of Vegas Pro 14 where I am editing the video feeder wires too, where I had 3 cameras on here. Now this section right here, I'm not going to go walk you through this. I'm just going to show you how difficult this is. This is a normal 1 camera shot with the audio right here. Now this one here, here's 1 camera with the audio. camera 2 and camera 3, and what I did was I stripped out the audio from the other two cameras. And what I did was I used my cell phone Galaxy S8, that's the main one right here. Then I used the Galaxy S3, which was the side view, and then I used my webcam from my laptop and up on the other camera here, and basically this is what you see here in that particular clip right there. Now let me move it over to the other clip, and this is what you're going to see. Okay, you're going to see the top view, the same camera, the same camera, the same camera, and this is the webcam that I used to get a closer shot of everything. But anyway, this is what I did for that. It took a long time to edit it, and that's the problems you have with when you're trying to show something that you have some detail that you want to show. It's just a lot of headache to try to edit it, and normally something like this wouldn't take very long to edit. For some reason I had a lot of noise in there in the areas of silence, so you get the hissing when you have silence, so I had to bring down the volume in those areas, and that's these blue dots and blue lines right here. That's the audio portion of it, and I had to drop it down every time you see an empty spot right here where there's no volume, because you end up having like a hissing. Your computer tries to search out for some kind of audio signal, and what it does, it brings the dBs up higher just to be able to capture something. Say like if I just leave this blank right now, you'll start hearing hissing. But anyway, that's my demonstration of behind the scenes on how to use multiple cameras. So thank you very much for your contributions. I really appreciate it.